Hi, I'm Alan Brito from Blender 3D Architect, and let me give you an overview or an introduction to one of the features of Blender 4.0 that I don't think anyone is talking about, which is a new render engine. Yes, you didn't heard that wrong. Blender 4.0 has a new render engine to go side by side with Eve and Cycles. And this new render engine is part of the development of the software. Blender 4.0 is now currently in alpha, and in the next couple of days it will probably hit beta. And I don't advise you to use the software right now to anything other than testing. But let's cut to the chase. Let me show you where is this, how to enable this new render engine. If you go into the edit, preferences, look under add-ons and filter your add-on list for the render category, you'll see that we have the Hydra Storm render engine with even a cool name. Yes, I have to admit, it's a cool name for a render engine. When I saw that for the first time, I thought to myself, well, this will beat Corona Render. It's better than Cycles. If you go under the render engine and see here the Hydra Storm as the new option for rendering, you will probably get disappointed because besides the cool name, Hydra Storm, it doesn't have really anything else other than that. To be honest, it's even simpler than it's much simpler than Eve. For instance, if you take a look here under your render settings, if you switch from Eve to Hydra Storm, you see that most of the options vanish. If you start our render and go into the render preview, you see that it doesn't even cast shadows. It's quite simple. And that's the case. It's not a bug or it's not a faulty or anything. That's the case. That's what the render engine is supposed to do. Let's go into the documentation, to the release notes of Hydra Storm, just to take a look on why it's there and what is the purpose of this new render engine. And here it is, the release notes for Blender 4.0, the current state, the current text here about Hydra Storm is that it's just a way to provide a preview of your scenes if you are exporting them using the USD format to see how will they how the scene will look on other applications. And the text itself makes it clear that it's quite limited when comparing to something like Eve. And that's it. You now know the new render engine for Blender 4.0. One thing is for sure, I think the person that gave this name, Hydra Storm, to this feature should be responsible for naming all other new features in Blender in the future, because it's a cool name, you can't deny that. And that's it. This was the new render engine for Blender 4.0. I hope you liked the content. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with more content related to Blender 4.0 architecture and design in the future. See you next time.